back to the channel. This is Stasia Bliss. Welcome to the Aries collective reading for all Aries signs, sun, moon, and rising. Or maybe you have a different placement you like to look at, like your Venus or your north or south node. So just tuning into what resonates here for you in terms of the energy for Aries. So again, this is a collective reading. So everything I say will not resonate for everybody here, but I appreciate you being here. If you have found this channel and you've found this reading, then something here is for you. So this is for the first week of September 2024, but if you're finding it later than that, I still think there's something for you here. So we're just tuning in to shuffle the cards collectively for Aries, the sign of Aries, and what needs to be known for this week. We'll pick some themes. Right as I'm saying that, we've got Metamorphosis with Patriarcho. So some kind of a metamorphosis going on for you, Aries, during this week. Some kind of a shift, a change, a transformation. Let's get some Sacred Forest Oracle for you as well. What do the Aries need to know? What do the beautiful Aries energy people need to know about this first week of September? Okay, not wanting to come out of that deck yet. Let's go to the Animal Oracle for the Aries. So is there a totem that would represent the energies of Aries this week that they could best embody in order to make the most out of this energy? I do think it's this one. Butterfly, again, with the metamorphosis, rebirthing. You can reinvent yourself. I think this is true for a lot of the signs, but we're definitely getting it for you, Aries. All right, let's go into the tarot. We'll start with the Celtic tarot, and we'll ask, what does Aries not see about this week that would like to be illuminated? What does Aries not see about this week that would like to be illuminated? What is not being seen? Okay, we have quite a few dropping out here. So let's see what we've got. 10 of Pentacles, Justice, 10 of Swords, 9 of Swords. Ooh, well, I feel like after much loss and maybe like restless nights, something's finally coming to the table. Something's finally being made justice for. And maybe you don't see that this is coming because there has been some sort of a loss. Or there is still a loss you haven't seen, but there's a fairness to it. There's a justness. Something's being reprimanded karmically, I would say, that actually allows for success to occur. This is the main card. Maybe you don't see the success that's coming your way, and this is in the physical realm, in the Pentacles. You don't see it, but something maybe even behind the scenes because of a loss, something that's maybe been keeping you restless. Yeah, I mean, with the Metamorphosis card and the butterfly, there's definitely a change on the way. So that's what you don't see coming. What are Aries already dealing with that they need some kind of data on? Let's take those two. What are Aries already dealing with? Oh, 6 of Wands pops right out, and beneath it is reverse King of Cups. So this could be something you've been working on in yourself, going on a spiritual maturation journey, having to kind of own some of your emotions, and you're feeling victorious about that. So this feels like maybe even an acknowledgement from spirit, from your higher self, that yes, you've been dealing with some of those emotions that maybe were coming off as, you know, less masterful before, but there's something going on where you're being seen for that. Either that or you're really being seen for a childish emotion and you're kind of having to own that. let's see what the other two cards say. Seven of Pentacles, reversed Knight of Wands. Okay, so something you're working on long term, something that has, longevity, something that you're investing in a very thinking of the future sort of a way. Reverse Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is a quick moving energy, excitable, crafty, creative. So there's a little bit of a hold up. Maybe you're feeling that, and this is coming in, that perhaps these more emotionally immature emotions have been holding you up, but it's like you are now starting to get a handle on those so that this suppressed energy can go back into your work. So that feels powerful for Aries. Aries definitely doesn't like to have anything suppressed and being held down. I think this is kind of like karmic justice that's going on behind the scenes to bring you that into fruition of the Ten of Pentacles, something you've been working hard toward, but have been kind of stuck. And so, the reverse King of Cups energy could be that you've been under someone's thumb, or you've been walking on eggshells around someone, or there's something that's been suppressing your emotional body that is now this week coming into a victorious stance because of some justice that's going on, because it could be a lawsuit that's coming to fruition. You thought you lost, but it's actually coming in your favor. There's a big change. You weren't seeing this necessarily coming, but you have had some control over your own victory of your emotions, like being able to overcome something. Okay, let's get more data on this. What is the Seven of Pentacles? What is the Seven of Pentacles Aries has been working towards? What is that Seven of Pentacles Aries have been working toward? Four of Pentacles, reverse Nine of Pentacles. I literally can't talk. A form of security, but it's funny how that word wouldn't come out. Security, like you thought something was going to make you feel secure, but you realize that, oh, and look at the Death card, it's just poking out right here. You realize it's actually not what you thought. It's something that you weren't noticing with reverse Knight of Pentacles. Maybe not what everybody else thinks that you should be desiring or manifesting. It's actually something beyond that. And again, with the transformation card, and then at the bottom of the deck, Nine of Wands. You have been persevering. You've been moving through something a long time, thinking that you're stabilizing yourself in a certain way, but it's starting to become clear that this is a longer term deal. This is not something that you can just hold on to right now. This is something you're needing to put your time into, but it does look like Spirit is on your side as long as those emotions are handled. Let's see, what is going to be the best embodiment for Aries here? Embodiment practice to assist. Interesting. These are my yoga cards. It's Sahara Rose that made this deck, and it's absolutely stunning. So, embodiment practices. So we get Atman, Atma, and Tamas. So this is kind of just like sitting with the elements in your life that feel like they're not working, the inertia, it's almost like this week you want to just kind of be with and not like do a whole lot more towards your goal. It's like there is a metamorphosis going on that you want to allow Spirit to assist you with, and mostly just acknowledging your emotions. This can also be acknowledging your emotions as you are feeling them, acknowledging them, feeling them. This guy is just being with himself, right? Being with yourself, maybe even sleeping, being with yourself in the non-productivity, which can be really challenging for an Aries to do. But again, with both of these Metamorphosis cards and the change from Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords, you're entering, or you're finishing a cycle of, you know, anxieties and, you know, having to really like let something go. But that is creating a balance that is manifesting exactly what you actually want. So it's going to take some allowance on your part. Let's see if the natives or the Sacred Forest Spirit has some further advice on that. Hummingbird Spirit, joy. So, I mean, it's kind of like being with what is right now, being with the joy, being with, it's funny, you have the inertia card or the Tamas card with the hummingbird. Hummingbird's going, but hummingbird's just enjoying being also. And this tiger is also enjoying just sleeping. He's not being as productive as a tiger can be, but it looks like the right mood for, you know, what's going on around him. I feel like there's one more here. Beauty. So an encouragement to see the beauty that is around you, even though there's obviously some big shifts going on. Let's pull a couple of runes to look at where the cycle is for the Aries. Where is the cycle here? Okay, so you see Thorisaz and Laguz. Thorisaz is like Thor's hammer, and it means you're having to like break your way through a situation. But Thor's hammer is always victorious. It's like the thorn on the rose. Everything good has its, you know, sharp moments, but what you're accessing is an immense amount of healing. And this does mirror a little bit in the collective New Moon Virgo reading. If you haven't picked that up, go ahead and send me an email that you would like that. It's only $5.55 for that, and I can send you that. But this is a very feminine rune, the healing. So it's like you are breaking through to a time of miraculous healing, deep healing, subconscious mind healing, accessing your dream state and so forth. But there is just a little bit of push that's having to be going on right now on a spiritual level. So again, it's like acknowledging your emotions, acknowledging even some of the more immature or unprocessed emotions. Reverse King of Cups can be those shadow emotions, you know, things that we don't love. He's not in his masterful state, but all emotions are valid. So acknowledging those, acknowledging the emotions so that you can get to the healing, because there is a divine justice going on. Something is being made right through this evolutionary cycle. What's the I-Ching energy for this week for Aries? What is the energy shifting into? That's too many. What is the energy shifting? Okay, card 17, hexagram 17. So this one is in the top 3 lines is the lake, and the bottom is thunder. So you have lake above thunder. This is about following, and it is an 8. So there is something beautiful about accessing a next level of abundance here. Thunder in the middle of the lake, action suspended. So again, like this is sort of like just being with the inertia energy. People who are coerced into cooperation will ultimately resist. To obtain enthusiastic followers, one must adapt to the prevailing need of the time. Act thoughtfully and in proper context. Success is likely if one's actions are worthy, but a following should not be expected until those conditions are met. So there is something about, this is Lunaea Weatherstone's I-Ching interpretation. I was trying to look for my other I-Ching book, but I think following is And there is like a weight, following is similar in the other book is what I was going to say, but there is sort of like a suspension in action, again with the tamas and the atma. Just noticing the beauty and the joy of the weight, allowing the metamorphosis, allowing the healing, allowing the divine justice to take form. We'll get one of the Divine Mother runes, my Almine's deck. Anything for our Aries today? Aries wisdoms for the first week of September. Aries wisdoms. Ooh, that's way too many. Okay, we'll take the one that stayed. Allowing the changing attitudes that result from the inevitable evolution of life. There's the angelic sigil. Allowing the changing attitudes that result from the inevitable evolution of life. So there is something about this change this week that's inevitable. Allow things to evolve. Don't hold them to their previous patterns. Embodiment is going to be about sitting in the inertia. So you may need to do some extra resting. I know that might be hard, especially after a holiday weekend, to allow that healing, that Laguz energy to come in. Divine justice can also mean working on balancing the poles. So you might do some alternate nostril breathing to align with this energy. I'm also going to suggest with these two cards, Reverse King of Cups and Nine of Wands, or Six of Wands, that you do some shadow work. So that's going to be looking at all the emotions that you're having right now, writing them down, try not to judge them. Divine justice is doing the work, right? You have this intervention going on a divine level to your physical reality through the mind, and your job can be do some shadow work. So sit down, write some of those difficult to process emotions and acknowledge them, love them about yourself, see what the benefits of those are to you at this time. If you need help with that, definitely reach out. Again, see the beauty that's all around you. That's going to help this energy to come in. And with relations and relationships, what's the best vibe for Aries this week? I'm not seeing anything specifically here about love, except for you can translate this into all areas of your life. Money can be transforming, relationship can be transforming, but it doesn't feel like there's anything super active except for the way that you're managing your emotions. So in relationship, we get to see victory only when it is within the ken of the common herd, is not an acme of excellence. So in other words, fire, like anger, is powerful but unpredictable and can cause lasting damage among the vanquished. This is from The Art of War. Water, which shapes its course according to the nature of the ground over which it flows, soothes the arguments and slowly, without destroying the opponent, turns them towards your point of view. While fire can deliver victory, water delivers increased strength. So there is some message here about choosing water over fire this week, being more soothing and gentle in your approach. You are Aries, so fire can be your dominant attitude to go to, but in relationships this week, try to use, and again, that's the Reverse King of Cups. You might feel like water is your enemy this week because you might feel a lot of emotions bubbling up, but try again to acknowledge them in yourself. See them. This can also be in other people. Acknowledge the so-called negative emotions in others and see if you can, find the victory in them being able to hold those and step into those and, be a good space holder for those, because there is a great amount of healing energy coming into your sphere this week, Aries. So that's all I have for you right now. Thank you for joining. I hope something here is helpful to you. If you like this, please subscribe so you get all the future readings. And I'm just doing the signs readings at the beginning of the week, and then I've got other content later in the week, ceremonies and chats about life force energy and practices and so forth. So thank you for being here. It is an honor, and namaste.